hearts beat through the city streets. We began to feel the fire.
Everything, and then I realized that I was shooting in a long format video.
The chemicals that take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun. As she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night.
Is it nice?
Hello everyone, Namaste and welcome back to my channel SwaysSereneSpace. Hope you all are at the best of your spirits. My name is Shweta and I upload videos on homemaking, cooking and mommy's lifestyle on every Monday and Thursday. If you are interested in these topics, then do subscribe to my channel. It's morning time as usual and here I am prepping for kids box and I did a locha here. As you all know, I upload shorts every day of kids box and for the same reason I started shooting here thinking that I was shooting in shorts format, and not until the end did I realize that I shot the entire time in the long video format, and so here I am sharing the lunchbox recipe in detail with you guys. जो भी होता है अच्छे के लिए होता है, right? Today I am preparing delicious Aalu Palak curry and protein packed white pea sandwich. First I put rice to cook here, and for the curry I took 3 potatoes and a bunch of spinach which I thoroughly washed. I thinly sliced the alus also, washed the diced potatoes in water once to remove the starch, which is usually the reason for potatoes to stick to the kadais. I fine chopped the spinach too. You can use methi leaves also in the place of spinach. They taste amazing too. Here I am using my iron kadai. For any kadai to turn non-stick, heat the kadai on full flame until smoking hot and then add the oil. While adding the oil, make sure that you are spreading the oil in the kadai evenly so that the kadai stays non-stick from all the sides. For this curry, make sure to add mustard oil as it enhances the flavor to next level. Potatoes and mustard oil combo is amazing. So here I took around 2 to 3 spoons of oil, added jeera and diced potatoes. After adding the potatoes, give them a nice mix, and as you can see, the kadai is completely acting non-stick and the potatoes are getting nicely roasted. I am adding ginger garlic paste, but this step is completely optional. My husbands and kids like it this way, so I am adding. You can tweak as per your taste. Here I forgot to add slit green chilies in the beginning, so I am adding them now, but add green chilies before adding the potatoes, as when green chilies get fried in the oil, they taste amazing and can be eaten just like that. Now without adding salt, cover and cook the potatoes until they turn golden brown from all the sides. Keep stirring the curry in between so that the potatoes get roasted evenly. Once the potatoes are 3/4 cooked, then add the spinach leaves as they take very little time to cook. Once the spinach leaves wilt down, then add salt and haldi and cook on high flame for few minutes, and that's it. The curry is done. Simple, quick and yet delicious curry is ready within minutes. Now let's prep for the sandwich. White peas are very rarely used in daily cooking, right? Apart from pani puri and chaat, I haven't seen much use of it anywhere. But white peas are rich in phosphorus, which help keep the bones and teeth healthy, and as they are of lentils family, they are a very good source of protein and fiber. So here I am bringing you a delicious yet quick white peas sandwich. I added half onion, 3 ladles boiled white peas and 2 garlic cloves and chopped them in a manual chopper. You can mash them with a masher or fork, but in the morning rush hours I make full use of my smart appliances. Once they are mashed coarsely, I added cheese spread and chili garlic sauce, little salt, mixed it well and added seasonings of my choice. I added chili flakes and piri piri mix. You can add a little bit of salt, but keep it in mind that mayonnaise or cheese spread will also have salt in it, so add accordingly. Mix it well and keep it aside, and in the meanwhile the curry is also ready. One tip here, don't let the cooked food sit in an iron karai. Once cooking is finished, dish out the curry, else the iron will start reacting with the food. For the sandwiches, I have taken wheat bread, and to seal the bread pack without a sealing clip, you can fold it as shown on the screen. And it's done. I am applying green chutney on the bread slice. You can add tomato ketchup too, but green chutney gives that chaat taste and kids will love it. After liberally spreading the green chutney, spread the white peas mix that we prepared and top it with another bread slice. You can use a tawa to toast the sandwich, but I am using my sandwich maker here. I coated it with little butter and placed the sandwiches in it. And that's it. Toast it until golden brown from both the sides. Look at this, it's amazingly tasty and I cannot insist more on asking you guys to make it. It's really yummy and healthy, and while editing this video I couldn't resist and made one for myself then and there. So after this I packed the boxes, and kids and hubby were discussing about their dance program that's going to be held in Srisailam in August. Basically they were trying to bribe their dad so that he would agree to let them go to the program, and this was when I realized that I shot the entire video in the wrong format.
Hello everyone, namaste and welcome back to my channel SwaysSereneSpace. So as you've seen, I've screwed up big time in the morning. I got everything ready and I recorded everything, and then I realized that I was shooting in a long format video. There is a different format for shooting short videos, and I ended up recording everything in long format, and I realized it at the end when I was taking out the boxes. That was when I realized it. So anyhow, you will get to see the entire recipe, and you might have seen till now. It's 4 o'clock now, and I worked out till from 3 to 4, and that's why I am sweating like this. So yeah, I am not going for a walk in the evening, and that is the reason I have worked out now. As I mentioned earlier also, 1 hour completely for workout I dedicate, and that's what I have done. So I have prepped everything for baking a cake right now, and I want to do it before my kids come back home. So what all I'll be doing, I'll be sharing with you. Let's get started.
I love baking. I really like to bake, but yes, it can be really intimidating in the beginning. I failed many times in getting the correct texture, and it took me several attempts to pick the right technique of baking. It's no rocket science, but the basic rule of baking is measurements. If you add the ingredients in the exact measurements and mix the batter correctly, then that's the key for getting a beautiful cake. My kids love cakes and cookies, and I make them very frequently at home, especially in monsoons. Baking is a bliss. The aroma of the cake spreading across the entire house is just amazing. Today I am going to prepare Tutti Frutti custard cake, and I already put the oven to preheat for 10 minutes. For this I took around 3 spoons of Tutti Frutti and coated it with some flour. This step is essential, else the Tutti Fruttis will sink down in the batter. When they are coated in the flour, the batter sticks to the flour and the Tutti Fruttis will stay all over the cake. The next step is sifting the dry ingredients. If you can, then sifting them 2 to 3 times gives amazing results, but sifting at least once is necessary. This step helps in two ways: one in removing the lumps and two in providing aeration to the batter. So here I took 1.5 cup maida. You can use wheat flour too, 2 tablespoons custard powder, 2 tablespoons milk powder, half cup powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, and sift them nicely. If there are any lumps or sugar granules, then discard them and don't add them to the batter. Now let's add the wet ingredients: half cup room temperature curd, 1/3 cup melted butter, Tutti Fruities, and 1/3 cup room temperature milk. Until and unless mentioned in baking, only room temperature ingredients must be added. So gradually add the milk and always mix the cake batter in cut and fold method, as mixing rigorously will erase the gluten in the batter and thus making the cake dense. So mix the batter as shown on the screen in cut and fold method. Usually this amount of milk should be sufficient, but if you feel that the batter is little thick, you can add another tablespoon of milk. The texture of the curd also plays an important role. So the final consistency of the batter should be like this, and take an oven safe mold or cake tin and grease it with butter and flour. You can use butter paper too. Once the ingredients are mixed, don't let the batter to sit for more than 5 minutes. This is another tip. Doing this will kill the aeration caused by the curd and baking soda. So make sure that by the time you mix the batter, the oven is ready, preheated, and the cake tin is also ready. So pour the batter into the tin and tap it few times for the air bubbles to settle, and bake it in convection mode at 180 degrees for 30 minutes. Don't open the door of the oven in between to check. This will affect the temperature of the oven and the cake will not rise properly. So let's recall the tips of baking once again. Tip number 1, the measurements should be exact. Tip number 2, sifting the dry ingredients at least once. Tip number 3, use only room temperature ingredients until mentioned. Tip number 4, mix the batter using cut and fold method to avoid the risk of gluten arising. Tip number 5, keep the oven and cake tin ready by the time the batter is ready. Don't let the batter sit for a long time after mixing. Tip number 6, don't open the door of the oven until the oven stops by itself. Acha, extra tip from Baba Shweta: clean as you go. This is to save your sanity. And while I was doing this, kids came home and Tanvi is super happy. I gave them rice to eat and Tanvi was literally waiting for the cake to be done. But anyways, she had to wait till the night to have a bite as they left for their tuition. After 35 minutes of baking, my toothpick came clean and the cake was done. This is the toothpick test. If the toothpick comes out clean, then it means your cake is ready. If everything is done right, then demolding the cake is very easy. And yes, please allow the cake to completely cool down before demolding. Here in a hurry to show you guys, I demolded it while it was still hot and a little part got stuck to the tin. But anyways, that taught me a lesson not to cut it then. So I waited till it completely cooled down, and it was around the time kids came back from tuition. The cake turned out to be super yummy. And because Tutti Fruities are there, the cake will break at some points. No need to worry about it. And look at the texture. The cake was so soft and spongy. And of course, cake without kids' feedback is impossible.
Is it nice? Baunda.
Super.
Thank you.
My kids enjoyed the cake. I made appe and peanut chutney for dinner. After this, I recorded Bangkok haul too, but the video was getting too long, so I will add it in the next video. With this, we come to the end of this video. Hope you liked it. If yes, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you all soon with a new video. Until then, take care, keep smiling. Bye bye.